Hi friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I thought we'd shake it up a bit, change it up a bit, and we are going to make a savory rather than a sweet. I've got friends coming around tonight and I thought I'd make a starter. And this is just such an easy starter, you don't have to bake it, and few ingredients, and it's called the Savoury layer cake. I once learned it from a chef a long time ago, and I don't use it often, but when I use it, oh, it is really delicious. So I hope I'm going to be blessing my friends tonight. So join me, let's have a look at our ingredients. So simple. We got a couple of avos, depending on what size you have, you can use 2 or 3. Smooth creamed cottage cheese, 2 tins of tuna, or if you want to use fancy salmon, they come in a slightly bigger tin, then you just need 1. I used about 100 grams of margarine, and then I could only find the mini cheddars, so I'm going to use about 4, depending on how big your plate is that you're going to use. If you can buy a bigger box, then do so. I bought a 6-pack of mini cheddars. Anyhow, let's get started. What I've done is I've melted my butter and I have blitzed my biscuits. You can use a rolling pin to crush your biscuits. You can stand on the packet, whatever it takes. My dad used to complain that the manufacturers would spend so much time making these things and then I come and mess them all up. And I'm going to mix it up and mix it in. So I've used another container underneath just to catch all the mess, because it can get a little bit messy. And now we're going to layer our ingredients. So I have mushed up my avo. I added just a little bit of salt and pepper and some lemon juice so that it doesn't go black. And I used chunky tuna, but you can use shredded tuna, whatever you want to use. And then I have got my cream cheese out. Isn't this just delicious? You could just like take a whole mouthful of it. So now the trick is to get them onto nice layers without mixing them. So sometimes like the tuna, you can see is not quite as liquid as the cream cheese, and then it's quite difficult to just smooth them down. So we're going to give it a try. Let's start with our cream cheese, because that will smooth nicely onto our biscuits. And if the tuna goes afterwards, okay, so you see what I mean? It's very tricky. So I'm going to leave you to do that, and this is how it's going to go with all of the layers. You just need to make sure that you don't pick up the biscuits underneath. Pick a color. Let's do the tuna. We're going to sprinkle it around. I've chosen quite a big dish to do it in. Previously I've not used it in such a big dish, and perhaps I've gone too little on the ingredients to make layers. So you've got to see for yourself how it's going to work. So this is the tuna fish, or it can be your fancy pink salmon. Now I'm going to put in the avocado. Tricky again, how we're going to spread it onto a moving tuna. Are you saying, ew, look at those colors, or are you saying yum? can guarantee you, when you get to eat it, it's gonna be yum. So ideally, you want to build it up. So mine is a little bit low, because the idea is to make a cake out of it. Savory layer cake. I've used 1, 2, 3, so let us go back to the cream cheese again. Wonder if my guests are going to look at this and say, not sure I want to eat this. Alright, the last of the tuna. Gonna spread it out. Okay, so I cheated. My fine cameraman said, why don't you just get another tin of tuna? So we will have decent amount of tuna on our savory layer cake. 2 more layers to go. We're going to, he's probably going to say, why don't you get another avo as well? And I probably could do that, but let's see how we go. Are you watching the video saying, she's going for another avo? I think we're going to leave it at that. The connoisseur said it's fine. So here we go. Our last layer. I can't go with another tin of cream cheese because I only bought 2. So we're going to make this stretch. So it looks like we may not be able to cut it into layers, into slices like a cake, like this. But I won't be able to tell you afterwards how it went. But
we're going to put this in. We're going to put it into the fridge.
Yes. Well, and we're going to cover it up with some cheddar cheese. Not because we're doing a cover-up job, just because it adds to the entire dish. So I've taken about 100 grams of grated cheddar cheese and just going to cover it over. Because I put it on a bigger dish underneath so I could catch all the rubbish, I'm able to just lift it up and serve it like that. That's what it's going to look like, and I guarantee you it's going to taste delicious. So put that into the fridge till your guests arrive and wow them with a really delicious starter. And you have yourselves a fantastic day till our next video. Will you remember to like, share with your friends and subscribe, and thank you for being part of my audience. Loved having you.